What's up, YouTube fans? Today, I want to take a look at the Hasbro War for Cybertron Kingdom Megatron, the Beast version. So, on the package, you saw in the beginning, it says Megatron in parentheses Beast. I guess they don't want to say Beast Wars because it is from the Kingdom cartoon, which is going to be on Netflix, or I guess the Kingdom show. But it is obviously, very obviously, Megatron from Beast Wars. So let's take a quick 360. I'm going to put an image from the Beast Wars cartoon if I can find one of this guy. Pretty cool colors. He's got quite a bit of paint, pretty much covered in paint all over the place. There's textured features. We'll take a look at that. I'll give you up close. Here's the back. He does have a lot going on his back here. And I guess that's just the nature of this character. But there you go. Getting in closer here, you can see there's a lot of paint detail. The face is painted purple with red eyes. You've got the silver paint and the gunmetal gray on the chest. You've got darker purple here on the thighs. And then a darker purple for the guns here. I guess these are guns. Maybe they're just something, little features. But that looks kind of cool. The claws are painted the white here. Actually, are they painted? Maybe that's just plastic. Looks like it's a molded piece of plastic on the top and bottom. You do have that texturing kind of all over this figure. You do have paint on the eyes, that red paint, and the teeth, which we'll see more in the Dino mode or the Beast mode. Here's the back. You do have some paint here on the back. Nice texturing there. So all in all, pretty good looking paint. And let's go over his articulation. So the head is on a ball joint, but for whatever reason, it snaps back into place. It won't bend backwards and forwards. You can bend the panel it's on. So if you bend the panel, you can get his head up. And you can actually bend it forward. Let's see, can we get it forward? Maybe not. Oh yeah, you can get it a little bit down. Although it kind of runs into his chest there. So not the best movement on the head. It does rotate all the way around, and no side to side, unfortunately. You have a rotation at the waist that rotates freely all the way around. The shoulders rotate around on this joint. They go up and down on this joint here. You have a rotation at the bicep, rotates all the way around. You can bend it this way, or you can bend it this way. You get the full bend that way. You can open up the jaw, and it reveals a little port there so you can plug in like a blast effect or whatever. So there he is with a siege blast effect. Not bad. Looks pretty good. You can have the mouse closed if you want to. Continuing downward, you have a legs go up to there. Back to there, all on friction. It is a little bit loose this direction. It's tighter going this way. It does collide with this piece. If you wanted to, you could fold that down and then you can get that more up. But just due to the sculpt there, it is a little bit limited out to the side. Your rotation at the knee, not at the thigh, which is an interesting choice. You have a single jointed knee. I think this could have been double jointed. Doesn't seem there's any reason why there isn't, but it is a white joint. I feel like they could have just used this purple plastic like they used here. I really don't know why they used the white. It really stands out. It doesn't mind too much here in robot mode, but once we get to the beast mode, you'll see why I think that should be purple. Continuing down, you have some really nice movement on the feet. So it goes up to there, back to there, to the side that much, and out to the other way just a little bit, not too much, but you get the ankle tilt that you need and the ankle rockers. And there's Megatron next to Optimus Primal. And the size makes sense in terms of at least the original Beast Wars cartoon. He was much bigger. But we don't really know how they're going to look in the new Kingdom show. All right, now let's get this guy transformed into his Dino mode, his Beast mode. Go ahead and take out any effects if you had put that in there. It is an interesting transformation. You can kind of move the arms out of the way at first. And we're going to work on these legs here. So go ahead and take this panel, pull it out, rotate around, and then push it back in. Same on this side. Push that back in. We're going to unpeg these legs from each other. Now I have put a rubber band here. I'll explain at the end of the review why I put a rubber band so take that off of here. And now we can pull these legs apart. And they're going to basically accordion away, and you're going to push it back in on the other side. It is really tight, so you just got to give it some force. Same on this side, push that in. Extremely tight connection there. All right, next we're going to take care of the upper body. So you're going to want to pull here, and that's going to separate from here. And that'll allow you to separate this. Go ahead and rotate the head to the front. We're going to want to fold out these panels, so just orient it until you can get those out. Oh, I guess we did move the head. So go ahead, if you haven't already, go ahead and fold the head into here. Now you can take this, and this is going to peg onto the side here. So you can see there's a little slot, a little white slot on the side of his abs there, and this tab is going to go into that. So the tab that we had on the holding the legs together is now going to go into the side of there. Let's go ahead and get that in there. And there you go. Go ahead and take these panels, and these are on spring-loaded pieces, so you got to kind of hold that down. Then you're going to take this entire piece and fold that upwards. And you can see this is going to end up making his belly here on the bottom. All right, same on this side. Go ahead and take this. Make sure the head is folded inwards. And again, fold this spring-loaded panel outwards, and then fold this down. Right, so that's not the, I said the belly, I think I meant the top. So you can see there's two tabs here on the top. So we're going to tab those into each other. And make sure you get these two tabs underneath that back panel. And then you can just push them together. Right. Go ahead and take this panel here, and that's just going to straighten up. Whoops. And it is on two little tabs there, so you can just push that back together if it comes out. Right. We're just going to leave that there for now. Go ahead and get his legs down this way. You can take this panel here and lift upwards, and it should unpeg from here. So you can have this down like this. And this is going to peg into right here. So get these legs folded outwards first on these panels. And they're on like these rotating sliders. So get them to the center and then rotate them up, kind of like wings. And you can see these two tabs are going to go into here. So go ahead and get that tabbed in. Make sure you hit the slot. If you don't, then it's going to be hard later. All right, next we're going to take this tail piece here and rotate this down and tab it into there. And then take these panels here, and these are going to fit into the side. These are going to fit into the side of this. Same on this side. And just make sure you have it all kind of pegged in properly. It does have a little bit of leeway, like it does have a little give. So if it's not exactly right, you can just kind of bend it into place. I don't love the feel of that, but at least it allows you to finish the transformation. Right, so get that all kind of squared away there. Make sure you have the tail kind of rotated in the right direction. Go ahead and take these panels and rotate them around, and these are going to just tab or fold down and tab into the legs. Same on this side. Make sure you line it up and push those down. And lastly, make sure you rotate the tail so that you got the green on the top and the yellow on the bottom, like so. And there you have Megatron all transformed up into his T-Rex mode, beast mode. And it is pretty good looking. I do like the sculpt work they've done. You know, we've got this skin-like sculpt, which is nice. It is sort of has a lot of features on it. You do have arms here on the front, which you can kind of position on your own. There are a lot of little panels. I mean, that's to be expected because this transformed from a robot into this. I do find this panel seems to pop out quite a bit. I've tried to get it to peg in, but it doesn't really stay all that well. And that's a little bit of a frustration. But overall, it's a pretty good looking T-Rex. I do like the articulation. Let's go over articulation now. So you have these arms are on, it looks like a ball joint. So you get them out to there, into there, it rotates all the way around. The head can rotate this way, up to there, only limited by these panels on the side, which sort of suspends the disbelief because they move out of the way. If you get it kind of perfectly positioned, it does all come together cleanly, but as soon as you move the head or do something different, it does tend to kind of break the sculpt up. The mouth opens all the way up like that, nice and wide. You can put a blast effect in there like I showed you earlier, so you can be breathing fire if you want to. He has some pretty nice dino eyes. The sculpt on the head is very, very well done. I'm really impressed with what they did here for the head. I just think it's for a $30 toy. Is this $30? I think it's a $50 toy. For a $50 toy, not bad. Not bad. I do like the sculpt work inside the mouth as well. The teeth are well done. Getting to the back, you do have the legs here that rotate up to there, back to there. They're only limited by this piece, so it's really that slider that's moving back and forth. And then the knees go down to there and up to there, same as in the robot mode. And then these feet will move the same as they did in the robot mode. Here's what I was talking about. I wish these were purple plastic and not white. I really don't understand that decision. Could have been easily just a purple plastic to hide that away. But because it's not purple, if you bend his knees at all, otherwise you just have him like this, then it looks okay. But if you've got him in kind of a more dynamic pose, those knees show and then it looks kind of ugly with that white. But that is what they got. The tail back here does rotate up to here, and then this piece also rotates independently, so you can really get the tail all the way out if you want to. And for a size comparison, there he is with the Optimus Primal. I might even make this my thumbnail here, but he does look good in the beast mode. I just find that he's very difficult to pose, and some of the stuff starts to come apart as you manipulate him, but he does look good in the beast mode, and he does look good next to the other beasts from the Kingdom line. So final thoughts on Megatron. Let's start with the positives. I think he's got some really nice paint and sculpt work. They did a great job with the skin type of feel. I mean, not only does it look good, it feels good. It feels like reptile skin, so that's kind of cool, and that's unique. The head sculpts, both of the robot mode head sculpt, I don't know if I even showed it up close. Both the robot mode head sculpt and the Dino mode, they both look really nice. It just overall has a very nice color scheme and nice sculpt overall. The negatives, there's quite a few. So the first thing is this thing right here. That is just a mistake. I mean, they needed to do this better. If they were going to do that, maybe have like a flip over tab or something like that. I have it being held together with a rubber band. I know that's not unique to my figure. I know the other figures that the other copies of this also have that problem. So that's just a miss by Hasbro. This joint is also a little bit loose, so sometimes depending on the certain poses, the weight of the back will weigh him down and he'll fall down. So you kind of got to lean him forward just a bit to make him stand up properly. There is quite a bit of backpack back here. That is expected on a character like this. He's going to have a lot of dino parts. There is a little bit more than I would want. You can sort of kind of get it folded up a little bit better, but in general, there's not really much you can do here. It's gonna stick out no matter how you kind of look at it. So, do I recommend it? Yeah, if you have the masterpiece, probably not. I don't think it's gonna wow you. If you don't have the masterpiece, you're collecting this entire line. Let's put this in here. You're probably going to want this, right, to fit in with the rest of your Beast Wars characters from the Kingdom line. And he is nice. I just don't feel he's worth the $50 price tag. I think there's some shortcomings that make him not worth it for me personally. So that's really it for this review. Thanks for watching. I believe we have a few more Kingdom characters coming in a couple months, or maybe in the next few months, depending on the timing. They always release things a little bit earlier with Hasbro. So we'll take a look at those when they come. That's really it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.